What's up, guys? It's Virtual Beats coming at you live once again in the simulation. In this video, we're going to be going over the ultimate guide to recording vocals. So I did vocals in the past, showing you guys how to mix, how to master using stock plugins, using Waves plugins. But this video is going to be different. This video is going to be the whole complete guide from start to finish, how to input your mic, how to input your presets, how to mix, and how to get the final product. So we're going to start off with this song. So before you even drop a beat, before you even do anything, you want to go ahead and you want to get the beats per minute. So to get the beats per minute, there's two ways. One, you can right click this and you can hit tap and a little button will come up here and you can tap along to find the beats per minute. Or if you watch my YouTube shorts, you can open Mixmeister, this software right here, free to download if you join my Discord server. And you can go ahead, get the beat file, drag it into the software, and it'll tell you the beats per minute. All right, so you can see right here when I dropped it in, it said 100.2 beats per minute. So you want to go ahead and just round it. So we're going to get rid of these zeros. It's going to be 100. We're going to go ahead, put 100 beats per minute. And the thing is, when you drop the beat in here, it's even though the BPM is set, it's not going to be perfectly aligned. What you want to do is you want to zoom in. You want to go to the beat and you want it to line up with this line. So you have your measures. In FL Studio, you have your measurements. So you have your first 4 beats right here, your next 4, and your next 4. So what you want to do is you want to grab this, zoom it in, and you want to make the beat line up with the line. So we have this line right here, the 9th bar. And you can see when I play it back, it's not going to be in sync with the metronome. So what you want to do is you want to double click it, go to trim, and just move it just enough to where you get it to that line. So then now, when I play it back, it's going to be in sync. Once you got that done, then you can start. So this is a big mistake people do. They don't put the beats per minute on and they just drop their song on there. And if you just skip that and you just drop the beat in there, you're gonna have all your effects. Your delay is gonna be offbeat. Your reverb is gonna be offbeat. Your equalization, all your plugins are gonna be off and they're not gonna be leveled properly to the beat. So that's a big common mistake on why people have trash mixes. Another common mistake is when you're using FL, it's gonna have a limiter in here. You want to remove this. You do not want to have this in your tracks. If you start FL and you have a limiter, this thing will fuck up all of your beats. It'll mess up everything. It's extremely important that you remove this. And I'm going to show you how. First, let me show you why you don't want it. You don't want this because this is going to mush up all your beats. It's going to make everything muddy. I see people that have this in there. Whatever you put into your master will affect everything. So you want to remove it. Nothing in your master. The only time you should have stuff in your master is when you're mastering your tracks. So if you load up FL and every time you see Fruity Limiter there, so the way to always have it gone, go away when you start, go to File, New from Template, go to Minimal, Basic, and it says right here, same as above, but without limiter. You click this, it's going to restart your whole FL. And you're gonna have, every time you launch it up, you should have nothing right here in your master. Once you got the beat lined up, you need to find the key. What is the key of the song? Before you even start to record, you need to know what key is it. If you're using auto-tune, you always gotta know the key of the song. If you're not using any auto-tune, any tuning, and it's just freestyle rap, or you're doing boom baps, or you're doing anything without auto-tune, then you can skip this step. But most of the time, a lot of people use auto-tune. So to get the beat, there's many ways to do it. You can use auto key. I'll put a picture of it right here. You can use these websites right here. And with these websites, you drag the audio file of the song. It'll scan the song and then it'll tell you the key. And once you get the key, then you can start putting your vocals in. So one way I like to record when I do my vocals is I like to put my mic with effects on it live so I can hear it live. I like to hear my effects in my ear. So one thing you want to do when you're recording, go to Options, Audio Settings. Right here where it says Device, you want to go ahead and make sure that it's on your interface. So my interface right now is a solid state Logic. So I'm gonna use the ASIO driver. So you might have a Focusrite, or you might have any interface that comes with Pro Tools. So you want to use any interface that you have. If you don't have an interface, I can make a separate video for people that have USB mics. This video is going to be for interface. I think if you're using USB mics, you have to use ASIO for all. I'm not too sure about that. But if you have an interface, select it right here. And then once you select it, you have your buffer size. So this right here is how much latency you'll have. You always want to keep the milliseconds around 3 or lower. So the more milliseconds you have, the more latency, the more delay you're gonna have. So this means when you're recording vocals and you're talking to the mic, it's gonna delay. It'll come up a couple seconds later. It's not gonna be real time. You can say a word and it'll say it 5 seconds later. So what you wanna do is you wanna click this Show ASIO panel. Now this is my interface. So you might have a Scarlett, you might have the SSL. And what you wanna do is you wanna change your buffer size. So when you're recording, 128. When you're not recording for the Focusrite, you could put it to 192. My interface doesn't have that option, so I either 128 when I'm recording, 256 when I'm listening, mixing, and just talking on Discord. So you always want to remember, when you're recording, lower sample rate. When you're not recording, higher sample rate. You always got to switch and alternate. It could be tedious, but it's important to quality. So after that, I'll show you right now. It says 256, 6 milliseconds. I'm gonna change it. And it might seem like a small number, but it really does make a difference. So I'm gonna switch it back because So here we go. So once you got that set, you got your interface set, you'll see this channel that says none will come up. If you don't have it set and you have it set to your primary driver, it'll say none, but you can't engage with it. You can't click this. So the way you know you have your mic set up properly and it's all good to go is when your interface is set up, you choose your milliseconds and you can click it. You can interact. So I have 2 inputs, one for my first mic and one for my second mic. So I'm using the first mic to talk. So let me go ahead and click that. Now, you won't be able to hear it because it's coming straight from my interface, but I'm talking right now and it's lighting up. So another mistake people do, they record with effects on. If you want to record with effects, this is not what you do. You don't go ahead, drag in, let's say we'll drag in a reverb. You don't drag it into this channel where your mic's at, where the input's at. Because when you record, like let's say I'll press record right here to show you guys. Let me mute this. All right. Test. All right, there we go. So now when I play it back, test. And I want to mix it, and let's say I put it to mixer 8 or mixer 9. Test. There's no option now. There's no option of remove. I can't take out the reverb. I permanently put the reverb in the recording. So if I want to take out the reverb, take out the distortion or everything, I can't do that. I messed up the whole vocal. This is how it is, and you can't undo it. It'll always have the reverb on it. I can normalize it. Test. The reverb's still there. I can reverse it. No matter what I do, the reverb will always still be there. So let me go ahead and show you how to do it live. So you can see I'm talking right here. It's coming up. What you want to do to record with effects and not have it register is you want to click where your mic's at. So it could be in channel 1, channel 2, channel 3. I usually do 2, beat on 1, mic on 2, main vocals on 3, ad-libs on 4, maybe background on 5, 6, whatever. It's all how you want to organize it. So I have my mic right here. I want effects on it. I want to hear it live when I'm recording. So what you got to do is route your mic to the channel next to it. So let me mute that for now. I'm gonna route my mic to 8. To do that, highlight the channel where your mic's at, right click this, and it'll say route to this track only. By doing this, now it's sending your mic to 8. So when I talk, it's gonna come up right here on 8, and it's gonna send it right back to the master. So now what you wanna do is you wanna start adding effects in here in your chain. These are some stock effects that I have. You could download them inside my Discord server. You could join and you could download them. It's a zip file. So how to use these, you just get these. So there's one for ad-libs and there's one for vocals. So I drag the vocals onto 8. Boom, they're in there. All right, so when you drag this preset in, this is what it's gonna look like. You're gonna have all these things right here. Let me take off the limiter. All right, so you can see I have effects on my voice when I'm talking.
Check.
All right, so it's routed to that. So now what you wanna do is you wanna have your key. So for this song, it's E major. So with the auto-tune, you just change the auto-tune to the song, to the key of the song, so E major. Now it's set, so when I talk, it'll be on key. So let me go ahead and play that back. Check. Yo. All right, so that's set. That's good to go. And now we have one for the ad-libs. So the ad-libs, I added more reverb, so it'll sound different. So this is the main vocal. Let me play it back.
Yo.
And then this one right here is the ad-lib. So you could just right-click, highlight 7, right-click this, route to this track only. Now they're routed to the ad-lib. So now when I talk, they're ready for ad-libs. So you could change these. You could add different things if you have different plugins you like. But these are good, just to get you something started. So once you got these ready to go, you can start recording. Before you even record, you want to make sure wherever your mic's at, this dot right here is ticked. If this dot is not ticked and you hit record, it will not go. Nothing will get recorded. So you always want to make sure this dot is ticked. So now when I play it back, you can see there's a line right here tracking my voice. So now that you got that, you can start recording, you can start punching in. So let me go ahead and play the beat. It's gonna delay because I'm playing it through ASIO. So let me go ahead and route this back to the main vocal. And I'm gonna just let it play out. And you can see it's on key.
If you're 17.
Whoa.
All right, so yeah, it's good to go. It's good, it's set. And you would just go ahead and record. So to record, you wanna go ahead and click this knob. And for me, it's already set to record. So if you click this, it might not record right away. It might pull up a menu. For the menu, when it comes up, you always wanna click the second option, record as an audio clip. Once you do that, it's gonna go ahead and record you. It's gonna set you up to go. So if you want this little 3 count that I got set up for, it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it plays the beat. To get that set up, you just click this right here, 3, 2, 1. If you don't have it set up, it'll just go straight into recording. If you want like a count, give yourself a little time to pace, use the 3, 2, 1 setting. I like to keep that on. Wherever you have this marker is where your recording will start. So if I have it way back, I'm gonna start from back here. If I have it from up here, I'm gonna start from up here. If I wanna start from higher all the way in the middle, wherever you have it set. And now here's another trick. You might have a lot of recordings. So let me go ahead and make these unique. So you can see, pay attention to the left side. Every time I'm dropping stuff, it adds it. So you might have a bunch of takes like this. And you might not like them. So you might go ahead and just delete them all. Just because you delete them all doesn't mean that they're not gone from here. So what the average person would do is they'll go ahead and they'll right click and delete it on here one by one. What you want to do is you want to go ahead, clear these out. The ones that you're not using, whatever you're not using, go ahead and delete it. You want to go right here to where it says tools, click macros, and hit purge unused audio clips. So by clicking this, it's going to delete everything that's not on the playlist. So if it's not on the playlist, if it's not on this big channel rack right here that you could pull up by using this menu right here, it's going to delete it. So tools, macros, purge, unused audio clips. So pay attention to the left side. Boom, it just deleted everything that's not on here. Instead of me going one by one, having to delete everything, it just got it gone in an instant. So now that it's gone, I can just go ahead, keep punching in. So this is something I had punched in right here.
Where'd it all go? Yeah, where'd it all go? Where'd it all go? Where'd it all go? Yeah, Where'd it all go? Yeah.
So when you're mixing your vocals and you're doing stuff, every time you add effects, take effects, tweak knobs, the volume is gonna change. So let me go ahead and play these real quick.
Where'd it all go? Yeah, where'd it all go?
So when you add stuff, you want your vocals to hit right here. You don't want to go higher than 6 decimals to 3 and lower. To be heard, to have clarity, you don't want to pass this 6 right here. So let me see if I could zoom it. So with your vocals, you want them to hit right here at the 6.
Where'd it all go? Yeah, where'd it all go? Where'd it all go?
And the ad-libs usually want them 12, maybe 15, a little bit lower. Let me play the background vocals.
I'm like, where'd it all go?
I'm like, where'd it all go? I thought we was close. Used to do things, now I'm rolling so low.
So that's a background layer. So let me go ahead and play with the main vocal.
I'm like, where'd it all go? I thought we was close. Used to do things, now I'm rolling so low. Riding all alone, by my lonely. Don't know who to...
So when you're adding vocals and layers, you gotta treat it like a glass of water. So pretend this is the glass right here. Let's say I added the vocals. So by adding vocals, you gotta pretend this is a cup of water and it's filling up to the 6. By adding a female vocal or a background vocal, it's gonna add some level to it. So I gotta leave headroom for the female vocals. So if I just put the main vocals all the way perfectly to 6, then that means I'm gonna have to have the female vocals a little lower. If I add the vocals higher and they both coexist together, then it's gonna start peaking.
I'm like, where'd it all go? I thought we was close. Used to do things, now I'm wrong.
So I'm gonna turn this up and you're gonna see how it's gonna bypass the 6.
I'm like, where'd it all go? I thought we was close. Used to do things, now I'm running so low. Riding all the...
Now it's starting to clip a little. So when it's starting to clip, now it's sounding terrible. So you wanna keep everything balanced. So if you have background vocals, high vocals, you wanna keep it in the 6. And then we have ad-libs right here. So there's ad-libs, background vocals, same thing. For these though, if you have the preset that I sent you, the reverb, these things look exactly the same, these things. It's because they are. The only thing I did different was I brought the reverb up and maybe dropped the volume knob down. So this is an audio trick. The lower you have the audio, the less you'll hear the voice. So if you want the audio to be sounding like it's in the back, it's in the background, you want it to be faint, you want it to be ever so slightly high. So you want it to have like around 20 decimals, 18 decimals. The quieter something is, that'll give you the background presence. The higher something is, it's gonna sit in the front of the mix. So once you got the preset, you can start doing crazy stuff with it. So I got my preset on 8, so I'm gonna remix these vocals just for you guys, just to show you guys how to use the preset I sent you guys. So on number 8, so I have my vocals recorded in here. Once you finish recording, it's gonna show that they're on whatever channel the preset is at. So these are the main vocals right here, they're at 8. So let me go ahead and play them back.
Yeah. I'm like, where'd it all go?
So the first thing I have in this preset that I gave you guys for free is a limiter. So with this limiter does is gets rid of all the background noise. So with it off is what it sounds like.
Yeah. I'm like, where'd it all go?
So let me go ahead and play this. So you can hear me breathing. You can hear the headphones bleeding a little bit. What this limiter does is you go to open up the limiter, go to presets, noise gate, and all you want to do is move up this knob right here, the threshold knob. And you'll see this little orange highlighter mode right here. The higher you have it, the more vocals or the more of the audio you suppress. So let me go ahead and play it. This is before. And if I turn it up, see, this is where the breathing points are. You can see the indicator. When I turn this up, anything that's in this orange little box, you will not hear it.
Where did it all go? Yeah. Hey. Yeah.
And that makes a difference than having it like this.
Where did it all go? Yeah. Hey. Yeah. I'm like, where did it all go? I thought we was close.
So you have the limiter. That gives you a suppression. So you could use anything. You could replace these with anything. If you only have stock plugins, then you got to make these work. But if you have any other plugin that you think is better than this or you like better than the limiter, go ahead and use that as a noise suppressor instead. Then you have Pitcher. This is your auto-tune built in FL Studio. So to get this to work, you go ahead, open it up, and you have all these settings. It might look confusing, but it's really not that crazy. So you have this right here, your hertz. So this, the higher you have it, the less the auto-tune works. There's a certain hertz level. So everybody has a different voice. So by putting this lower, the auto-tune works more. By having it less, it doesn't work as much. And you can also do that in this knob right here. How fast is the speed of your auto-tune? How fast you want it? You want medium auto-tune? You want slow auto-tune? But before you even start touching any of these knobs, you want to know the key of your song. So this beat is E major. So I'm gonna go ahead and set it to E and say it's a major, and it's good. It's good to go. So now I can play it back.
Where did it all go? I thought we was close. Used to do things, now I'm rolling so low.
So it sounds too auto-tuney. Let me put it at 220.
Where did it all go? I thought we was close. Used to do things.
Now it's less auto-tune. I'll have it to 25. It's gonna sound crazy.
Where did it all go? I thought we was close.
So you want to find the perfect
Where
balance.
did it all go? I thought we was close. Used to do things, now I'm rolling so low. Riding all alone, by my lonely.
And you can also change it. You could remove and add notes right here. So if I remove all these notes and I just add E.
Where did it all go? Where did it all go? Where did it all go? I thought we was close.
You can tweak it and mess around with it, but I usually don't do too much of that.
Where did it all go? I thought we was close. Used to do things, now I'm rolling so low. Riding all alone, by my lonely. Don't know who to trust cause they all phonies. Yeah, where did it all go?
And another knob right here, this is fine tuning. This is to make it a little deeper, a little higher. But I don't really like using this because it makes it sound off key.
Where did it all go? I thought we was close. Used to do things, now I'm rolling so low.
So you can just leave that at 0. This right here is to make it sound deeper or higher. So it goes by gender, deep voices and high voices. So you can go ahead and click format and you can adjust this.
Where did it all go? I thought we was close. Used to do things, now I'm rolling so low. Riding all alone, by my lonely. Don't know who to trust cause they all phonies. Yeah, where did it all go?
Let me go ahead and put this to 55.
Where did it all go? I thought we was close. Used to do things, now I'm rolling so low. Riding all alone, by my lonely. Don't know who to trust cause they all.
Or if you don't want it to, you don't want this effect on, just disable it.
Where did it all go?
But if you move it, moving this doesn't do anything
Where did it all go?
unless this knob is on.
Where did it all go? I thought we.
So I'm gonna go ahead and disable it for now. We're going into the next, EQing. So this might look complicated, it might look crazy for some people. But let me go ahead. So you'll have this to start you up. But let me show you how I got that if anybody's wondering. So you can go ahead and just use this as your template if you have the template I put in my Discord server. But if you have it at default, you right click this, it'll say type, go to high pass, and it'll give you a high pass filter. So what this does is it helps you cut out the low ends. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and make this sharper by going up here to this dot and pulling it down. And I'm gonna play it and I'm gonna get rid of all the bass tones that I don't want. You don't want a lot of bass because if you have a lot of bass in your vocal, it's gonna collide with the 808 and you're gonna sound washed. So let me go ahead and play this.
Where did it all go? I thought we was close. Used to do things, now I'm rolling so low. Riding all alone, by my lonely. Don't know who to trust cause they all fun.
So this is without it,
Where did it all go? I thought we was close.
and then with it on.
Where did it all go? I thought.
And a good spot for males is 120. That's usually good for me, so I put mine at 120. Then now you want to go ahead and frequency sweep. So what you would do is all these colored knobs right here, except the purple one right here and the blue one at the bottom, you want to turn all of these down. And now when you have all of these down and you bring these up, you'll have this more narrow look. Because if you don't do that, if you don't turn these down and you pull it up, it's gonna pull up a big chunk. So you don't wanna do that. You wanna make sure all these are down and you wanna pull these up. So when you pull these up, what you wanna be listening to is you wanna be looking for harsh frequencies. You wanna be looking for stuff that sounds bad. So there's two ways you could do it. One, you can play it and you can go ahead and listen to it and you could see what parts bother you. You can go ahead and be like, all right, the mid parts are bothering me. These parts are bothering me. Or you could do what I do and I just go through all of them and I just try to find something within all the frequencies. So I'm gonna play it, and as I play it, you can drag this up. But the thing is, when you drag it up by the actual circle, you can get a precise hearing. But the thing is, when you drag it down, you see how my indicator is going down and it's not going perfectly straight down. So let's say I find a frequency right here is bad and I want this frequency and I go down, but I'm moving a little bit lopsided. Once you have the frequency, what you do is, let's say I find something bad right here. So let me go ahead and do that right now.
Where'd it all go? I thought we was close. Used to do things now.
All right, so that's the annoying frequency. That's what you want to do, is just find things that are annoying to your ear.
Where'd it all go?
And then once you got it, you don't pull it down manually. You want to go right here, because these little squares are the indicators for each color. So you go to the color pink, go ahead, drop it down. I say drop it down around 6. Maybe you can go 12, but we'll go 6. We don't want to go too crazy. And we just want to go ahead and we want to do that for all these EQs, all these colors. But one of these rules you want to follow is when you're lifting one of these up, you don't want to pass the 4 or you don't want to pass the 2. So whatever you lift up. So if I lift up 3, I can't go before 2 and I can't go after 4. If I lift the 4 up, I can't go before 3 and after 5. They have to stay in their own lane. So let me go ahead. We're going to go to 3 now. Find an annoying frequency in the vocal.
Where'd it all go? I thought we was close. Used to do things, now I'm rolling so low.
All right, another annoying frequency. So I'm going to go ahead and go by these fast because I already know how to train my ear to find these.
Where'd it all go? I thought we was close. Used to do things, now I'm rolling so low. Where'd it all go? Where'd it all go? I thought we was close. Used to do things, now I'm rolling so low. Where'd it all go? I thought we was close. Used to do things, now I'm rolling so low.
So now we're going to play it with and without the thing that I just did. So we're going to take it off. This is without the EQ filtering.
Where'd it all go?
And this is with it on.
Where'd it all go? I thought we was close. Used to do things, now I'm rolling so low.
So you could already tell it's starting to sound clean and we're already on the first 3. So this is before.
Where'd it all go?
And the new one.
Where'd it all go?
So then now we're going to go to the next one, EQ2. It's another EQ, but with this EQ, you're boosting everything. So everything that you suppressed, you're going to start boosting the frequencies you want. So right here, I did another high pass just to be safe and get more of the bass out of the picture.
Where'd it all go? I thought we was close. Used to do things, now I'm wrong.
I left everything the same. And what I did with this is I boost the high. So let me go ahead and reset it. So let me go ahead and reset it. So I did right click, type, high pass, go up here, bring this down, get a little sweep.
Where'd it all go? I thought we was close.
And now what I'm gonna do is, now you don't have to mess with these. You can lift these up. So I'm gonna give you a trick right now. This is more bass in your voice. You wanna be clear, understandable. You wanna lift up the green. You want brightness into your voice. You lift up 6 and 7. You want some more tone, you go to 4. I usually find myself lifting up 5 to make myself a little bit clear, and then boost these to make my voice brighter. So let me go ahead and play it back.
Where'd it all go? I thought we was close. Used to do things, now I'm rolling so low. Riding all alone.
So it already sounds brighter if I want to be understandable, more understandable.
Where'd it all go? I thought we was close. Used to do things, now I'm rolling so low. Riding all alone, by my lonely. Don't know who to trust cause they all phonies. Yeah, where'd it all go?
All right, so we got that. On to the next, compressor. So compressor, the way a compressor works is, this is to make all the sound as loud as you can without going over the limit. So let's see, how can I explain the compressor? So let's say the way a compressor works is you get it loud to the point to where it's good enough and you can't and you don't go over. So think about like you're in a car with your mom and you're playing the radio. You have it set to a certain volume level to where it could be as loud as you can get it without them saying anything about turning it down or it's bad or it's this. So that's basically how a compressor works. So to get this working, what I recommend is I put the ratio 2-to-1. Maybe this is all your take right here, and then you could reset this gain knob. So the way to find your threshold is you want to go ahead and pull up a slot, look for wave candy, and now you're going to have this little meter on your screen. So what you want to do, if you don't see it, you want to click meter, and then you want to expand this meter. So now you can see all of these numbers. So I'm going to play it, and I'm going to see where the vocals fall on.
Where'd it all go? Where'd it all go? I thought we was close. Used to do things, now I'm rolling solo. Riding all alone, by my lonely. Don't know who to trust cause they...
So it's like -10 decimals. That's where they usually fall. So I'm gonna go ahead, open up the compressor. We're gonna pull this back to -10. And play it back.
Where'd it all go? I thought we was close.
And then if we wanna boost it higher, we got a gain knob right here.
Where'd it all go?
But it's pretty good right now. So then now we can play it over the beat. See how it's sounding.
Where'd it all go? Where'd it all go? I thought we was close. Used to do things, now I'm rolling solo. Riding all alone, by my lonely. Don't know who to trust cause they all phonies. Yeah, where'd it all go?
So now it's cleaned up. Now we can start adding effects. So I gave you guys some good starting effects. So let me go ahead and show you what I gave you guys. I gave you guys chorus, so you can get a more spacey, a more stereo feel.
Where'd it all go? I thought we was close. Used to do things, now I'm rolling solo. Riding all alone, by my lonely.
I gave you guys a reverb.
Where'd it all go? I thought we was close. Used to do things, now I'm rolling solo. Riding all alone, by my lonely.
So if your vocals are not getting high, what I recommend is go to the compressor, bring the gain up. So we'll bring it up to 8.
Where'd it all go?
Now it's pretty high, so what we want to do is remember what I said, you don't want to let it go past the 6, so I'm going to drag this volume knob down to where it sits perfectly on the mix.
Where'd it all go? I thought we was close. Used to do things, now I'm rolling solo. Riding all alone, by my lonely. Don't know who to trust cause they all phonies. Yeah, where'd it all go? Where'd it all go? Yeah, where'd it all go? Where'd it all go? I said, yeah, where'd it all go? I need to know. Used to have friends, now I'm all alone. I know I said that before, but things don't seem to change anymore. I'm not in the place I need to be.
So I can go ahead and maybe get some more bass out. Sounds like I need to remove some bass.
Where'd it all go?
So I got that right there. So once you have it set, you have everything set so the way you like it, and it's set to your voice specifically, you want to save this so it can make workflow easy. So you want to save this preset so that way you can drag and drop your own preset. Instead of using mine, you could drag your own. So I want you guys to be creating your own sound, your own things, use this as a starter so you could find what your sound is, what your voice is. So once you got it set to your specific voice, what you want to do is you want to right click it, go right here to where it says file, and go to save mixer state as. And now you want to go ahead and find a folder where you can save it. So let me go ahead. So I have a folder right here, Virtual Beat Stock Plugins Mix. So you would have your own folder on desktop or wherever you want to save it, and you can call it, so we'll call it virtual main vocals. So that's what I'm gonna call it, virtual main vocals. I'm gonna hit enter, I saved it. So now if I wanna pull it up, I can go ahead, click an empty thing right here, right click it, go to file, and then right here it should come up. It should say it right here, virtual's main vocals. If it doesn't, then you go ahead and go to open mixer state as, and then you locate it. So it's right here. So I can double click it, boom. Everything that I have right here on 8 is now at 11. So now I could just easily pull it up every single time instead of having to always recreate it. So now I have a good base to start off on. And now for ad libs, let's say you want to do ad-libs. What you could do is drop that same preset onto the one next to it. So you can go ahead, we have 8 right here. We can go to File, Save Mixer State As. You want to, let's redo that. All right, so we go to 8. So let's say let's say 9 doesn't exist right now. Let's say it's blank. All right, it's blank right here. I want to do ad-libs. So this is the main vocal right here. These are going to be the ad-libs. I don't have any effects for ad-libs. I can go ahead, add these one by one, or I could right click, go to File, go to Save Mixer State As. Instead of clicking this, you want to click and hold, and you want to drag it onto the empty one, which is 9. Now it put it right here. Now all these effects that are at 8, they're at 9. So now what you want to do is you can start working on ad-libs. So I'm gonna go put these ad-libs to 9. And they're not gonna sound like ad-libs yet because it's a copy and paste of the first vocal preset. So this is what it sounds like. So for the ad-libs, what I recommend you do is with the second EQ, you want to go ahead and go to presets. You want to go to 20 hertz, 80 hertz cut, and you're going to get this bar. And with the ad-libs, you want to do is you want to get rid of the highs and the lows. You want to balance it. So you want to give something like it's muffled. So you can go ahead and move these two. If you move these all the way to the left, you're going to get the bass. If you want the high ends, you move it to the high side. So I'm going to get it right here. This is a good sweet spot for me. And then now what you want to do is you want to turn this reverb higher so it sits in the back. And like I said, you want ad-libs to hit in the back. The quiet the ad-libs are, the vocals are, the more it's going to have that background presence. So let me go ahead and drag this down. And let me go ahead and play the main vocals.
Where'd it all go? I thought we was close. Used to do things, now I'm rolling so low. Riding all alone, but my lonely. Don't know who to trust cause they all phonies. Yeah, where'd it all go? Where'd it all go? Yeah, where'd it all go? Where'd it all go? I said, yeah, where'd it all go? I need to know. Used to have friends, now I'm all alone.
This is the final thing right here. So let's say you finish the song, you like how you like it, everything's good to go, it's ready. Now I'll give you the exporting sauce right here. So you go to File, Export, and you have these options right here. You have WAV, MP3, OGG, FLC, or FLAC, MIDI file, and then all these other ones. So what you want to do is you're always going to do these two, WAV or MP3. WAV is the highest form of audio quality. It takes more memory. MP3, these are tiny files. They're not a lot of size, but it's not the fullest quality. So if you want the fullest quality, you go to WAV right here. Then it's going to tell you to name the song. So you can go ahead and put the song in your folder. I'll call this Where'd It All Go? And now you see these settings right here. You want to copy these settings that I have right here from my export options. These are to get the fullest, highest quality ever. So you have WAV, MP3, and OGG. So if you want to get WAV and MP3, you want both files at the same time. Instead of just doing it one by one, you can highlight the ones you want. But I just want WAV, so I'll go ahead. You want to make sure you have it mode, full song, because if you have it on pattern, it's going to just get you the pattern. You want the full song, cut remainder, WAV. This is the bitrate you want. You want it stereo. You want it 512, HQ for all plugins. You want this, you want save loops, all of this stuff. And then you would hit start, and then it's going to go ahead and export it. But I already had this exported, so it's good. Then you got it. Your song's good to go. And now you just got to be out there staying consistent, pumping out tracks, and just stay hustling. So this is the ultimate guide for recording. If you like this, if you have any tricks and techniques, that I haven't put in this video, go ahead, drop them down in the comments below. If you learned anything, like the video, subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And if you want feedback on your songs or you want feedback on your beats, go ahead and join my Discord community below. We have over 200 Discord members. We're helping each other with feedback, drum kits, free courses, free presets, everything you need to be the ultimate artist. This is Virtual Beats. I hope you enjoy the video. I'm signing out the simulation.
I said, yeah, where'd it all go? I need to know. Used to have friends, now I'm all alone. I know I said that before, but things don't seem to change anymore. I'm not in the place I need to be. I might have to go and hit retreat. Yeah, got a lot of enemies, and they don't really like to go and vibe with me.